June 2018, question number 15. The Utica Boilermaker is a 15-kilometer road race. Sarah's signed up to run this race and has done the following training runs. The first time she did 10 miles. Then for some reason, her second run, she measured it in feet, 44,880 feet. Third time, she measured it in yards. I don't know why she's insane like this, but she's measuring it in different amounts. Maybe she's running on different tracks and they measure yard posts and mile posts, whatever. Which runs are at least 15 kilometers? Unfortunately, none of these are in kilometers, which really kind of sucks because, I guess that's the whole question. We need to find which of these is at least 15 kilometers. We do not have a cell phone just to do the conversion for us on the chart, so we need to, we need to do a little bit of work here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm looking at conversions. I'm going to go to my reference table and see if I can get miles to kilometers, maybe yards to kilometers, or at least yards to miles so I can go from there. Let's get our conversions, and I'll write them down on a piece of paper afterwards. Here are our conversion rates. We definitely have miles to kilometers. We have yards to miles, feet to miles. We don't have anything else to kilometers. So I'm just going to write down these four different ones. These three over here and this one right over here, the kilometer to miles. So I'm going to say 1 km equals 0.262 miles. 1 mile is 1.609 km. 1 mile is equal to 1760 yards, and 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. Finally, I will come back over this way, look for a question that we were just on. Question 15. And I'm going to say, all right, so it was 10 miles, 44,880 feet, and 15,560 feet. All right, which runs are at least 15 kilometers? I want at least 15 km. All right, I think we got everything we need on this piece of paper over here to get the work done, and we just got to do it. Students really don't like conversions, and it makes me sad because they're not that bad. All you need to do is make a couple fractions, do some cross multiplication or whatever kind of algebra you need to do, and that's how you convert it. So let's go. Let's try the first one. That'll be easiest. 10 miles. I want to see if that is 15 kilometers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some fractions. I'm going to say, all right, 10 miles over, I don't know, x kilometers. I don't know how many kilometers it is. This fraction has to be equal to the equivalent fraction that I can get from either of these two. I choose one to stick with. It really doesn't matter which way I want to convert if I'm doing it in this fraction method. So, I don't know. I'll do this one. So I'm going to make a new fraction. If I have km on the bottom here, I should keep km on the bottom here. So it's 1 kilometer. So it's going to be 1 kilometer on the bottom and then 0.62 miles on the top. Now, I could have used this conversion rate. I just would have ended up with 1 mile on top and 1.609 kilometers on the bottom. It doesn't matter which conversion you use as long as you're setting it up this way with, if I started with miles on top, miles got to stay on top with its friend. Km on the bottom, the friend km on the bottom needs to stay there too. So next, I'll do my cross multiplication. You're allowed to do this. Again, I have to say it every time. If I have two fractions with an equal sign between them only, if I have two fractions with a plus sign or a multiplication sign between them, that is not cross multiplication territory, only with an equal sign between. All right, 10 miles kilometers left here. 1 times 10 is 10 miles times kilometers. Great. 0.62 x miles kilometers. Miles kilometers. And then finally what we got to do, well, it's really 0.62 miles x kilometers, is I need to get x alone. So I'm going to divide out the 0.62, and that was really 0.62 miles, right? Those cancel each other, and I have to divide out the 0.62 miles here also. Miles and miles cancel. Whatever 10 divided by 0.62 is, let's get that in the calculator real quick. Control, make a new calc. 10 over 0.62, 10 divided by 0.62. This is going to be 16.12. 16.12 km equals x km. So if I was going 10 miles, we just showed the work to say, oh, it is 16.12 kilometers. 1 is more than 15 kilometers. Great, so this one is more. Even just from doing that work, I can cross off answers 2 and 4, right? It's either going to be answer choice 1 only, or it's going to be 1 and 3, which is kind of great. Finding that it was 1 that worked, I know that 2 I can skip. I don't need to do the work for 2, because if 1 is at least 15 kilometers, it's 16, it's more, and 1 never shows up with 2, I guess 2 is not going to work. Let's see if 3 works or if it doesn't. So good. We were able to cross off 2 because since 1 worked and 1 and 2 never show up together, we can skip that work over there. Let's check this one. 15,560 feet. So we're going to have to use this conversion right over here. We're going to have to go to miles and then miles to kilometers. So I'm going to start with 15,560. I'm going to go a little faster this time because it's the second time showing it in the video. Oops. I want to be 15,560 feet goes to miles. I had feet on top here, so I'm going to keep feet on top over here. 5,280 over 1 mile. Okay, I'll cross multiply. Right, that was feet. I end up with 5,280, x equals 15,560. And I'll divide both sides by the 5,280. Divide by the 5,280, cross there. X is equal to whatever that is. It's probably going to be about 3, which means this is not going to work out. But let's do it. Just for completion's sake, 15,560 divided by 5,280, and I'll put a decimal so it doesn't just simplify. This only gives me 2.94 miles. Now, I guess I could go all the way through doing the conversion, 2.94 miles to kilometers, using that conversion chart over there. But if 10 miles was only about 16 kilometers, there's no way 3 miles is going to get anywhere close to the 15 that I need. It looks like 3 doesn't work either. It is 1 only. It looks like this is answer choice 1.